Welcome to the setup and operation guide for your Hinge jig. In this video, we'll walk you through everything you need, from unpacking the kit to assembly, operation and maintenance, to ensure accurate professional hinge recesses every time. Items required. To begin, you'll need a few tools. So let's run through what's required. A 1/4 inch or 8mm collet plunge router, a 1/4 inch shank cutter, a corner chisel, a pencil, a hammer, a crosshead screwdriver, a tape measure or ruler, a door clamping device. We recommend the Trend door stand to keep the door stable. And of course, the hinges you'll be installing. What's in the box? Your kit will include the following items: 1 carry bag, 2 1-foot 6-inch rails, 2 2-feet rails and 2 3-feet rails, 3 upper and 3 lower hinge blocks, 2 end blocks, one with a steel top swivel plate and one with a bottom plate, 6 connecting brackets, 1 16mm guide bush, 32 M4 countersunk screws, a set of 10mm radius adapters, 6 braddles, and of course, the instruction manual. Router setup. You must use a plunge router with the jig. Fit the supplied 16mm guide bush to your router base. Next, install a 12x70mm cutter. To ensure accuracy, the cutter must be concentric with the guide bush. Check for a 1mm clearance between the cutter and the inside wall of the guide bush. The guide bush itself must have a wall thickness of 1mm. Your router base should be between 140 and 150mm in diameter. Jig assembly. Your jig comes pre-assembled for a 6'6" to 6'8" door. If you're working with a different door size, simply reconfigure the jig using the appropriate rail pairs. Refer to the chart in Figure 7. Lay the jig out on a stable, flat surface. Make sure the connection plates are secured in the connection plate rails and the T-bolts are properly seated in the T-bolt rails. This can be clearly seen in Figure 6. Join the rail pairs with connection plates and screws, ensuring everything is square and flush, with no gaps. Avoid over-tightening any screws. Add or remove hinge blocks as needed. Each hinge recess needs an upper and lower hinge block. Ensure the arrow indicators face the hinge recess and with the braddle holes aligned. For 7, 8 and 9-foot door sizes, additional 1-foot and 3-foot rails are available as accessories. Hinge width setup. The width of your hinge recess is set by the edge guides. You can use either preset positions to match common hinge leaf widths or use the custom setting option. To adjust an edge guide, loosen it with a posi No. 2 screwdriver, reposition it into the preset position, then tighten. For custom settings, use the hinge leaf and the block scribe line to account for hinge projection and set the edge guide to the leaf, then repeat this on the remaining edge guides. Hinge length setup for a new door and new frame. For square corner hinges, remove the radius adapters if they're already fitted. For 10mm radius hinges, install the adapters as shown. They'll only screw into position when properly orientated. Lay the door on its edge, hinge side up, and secure the door. Choose your hinge positions. Typical layouts are shown in Figure 13. Mark the top of each hinge position on the door edge. Ensure the top swivel plate is hooked over the top of the door and set the top hinge block to the first hinge position and tighten off. Temporarily secure the jig to the door through this block using a braddle or screw. Slide the remaining upper hinge blocks into place and tighten them off. Use the hinge to set the correct cutting length by positioning the hinge tightly to the 2mm setting gauge on the top hinge block and sliding the lower hinge block into position against the hinge. Ensure the 2mm setting gauge is tight to the leaf, then lock into place and repeat for all hinge positions. Ensure hinge blocks are tightened correctly to prevent damage to the jig. Before starting your actual hinge installation, it's always a good idea to make a trial hinge recess in a scrap piece of wood. This lets you test the setup and make any fine adjustments without risking your door or frame. Mounting the jig to the door. Check the jig has the top swivel plate hooked over and tight to the top of the door. Make sure the edge guides are pressed firmly against the knuckle edge of the door and then secure the jig with either braddles or number 6 wood screws, one in every hinge block. The braddles should be tapped in fully with a hammer to secure the jig. If you're using screws, these need to be nipped up, but don't over-tighten. Setting the cutting depth. Use your router depth stop to set the cutter depth. Refer to your router manual for instructions on how to set the depth stop if needed. Place the router into one of the hinge apertures on the jig and plunge until the cutter touches the door and lock this position on the router. Now use a hinge leaf between the depth stop post and the router turret to set the final depth. Then lock the post and remove the hinge. Double-check all your settings, ensuring everything is secure, and make sure you are in a comfortable working position with cables and extraction hoses safely managed. Cutting the recess in the door. Position the router in the first hinge aperture, ensuring you have positioned it correctly. Don't use the wavy edges as routing guides. Turn the router on and plunge to your set depth, then route in a clockwise direction around the aperture. To prevent breakout, remove waste from the center of the recess last. Switch the router off and retract the cutter when moving the router between the hinge recesses. To prevent damage to the jig, never remove the router with the cutter plunged or switched on. Once the apertures are completed, don't adjust your router or jig settings. Remove the jig from the door. If you are using square hinges, clean the corners using a corner chisel and hammer. Mounting the jig to the frame. Using the reverse side of the jig, repeat the mounting process on the door frame, this time making sure the top plate is addressing the frame header and the edge guides are tight to the frame edge. Then secure with either screws or braddles in every hinge block. Cut the recesses the same way as before. Clean the corners using a corner chisel and hammer. Hanging the door. When hanging the door, it's good practice to place a hinge on the frame and spot one screw position in each hinge to help hang the door. Always fit hinges to the door first, using centering drill bits for accurate pilot holes. We recommend Trend's 3-piece drill bit guide set, available separately, and use a door lift to help raise the door into position when attaching it to the frame. Fill any screw or braddle holes with color-matched filler. For fire doors, fill all holes with certified intumescent sealant, matching the fire rating of the door. Hinge length setup for a new door and existing frame. Hold the jig in the frame, making sure the top swivel plate is tight against the frame header. Move the upper hinge block for the top hinge into the correct position by aligning the 2mm setting gauge with the existing recess and lock into place. Fix the jig temporarily in place using a braddle or screw into the block, then align the blocks for all remaining hinges, setting each block to the top and bottom of each hinge recess and lock them into place. Once all the hinge positions are set up, remove the jig from the frame and position it onto the door with the top swivel plate and edge guides addressing correctly. Secure with braddles or screws and route the hinge recesses as described earlier. Then you can fit the hinges and hang the door into the original frame recesses. Radius hinge setup. The hinge width is set up using the same method for square hinges. Then repeat this on the remaining edge guides. Set the top hinge block positions for each leaf and secure in the same way as a square hinge. Use the hinge to set the correct cutting length. Do this by positioning the hinge tightly to the 2mm setting gauge on the top hinge block and sliding the lower hinge block into position against the hinge, ensuring the 2mm setting gauge is tight to the leaf. Then lock into place and repeat for all hinge positions. And the jig is then secured and routed on the door and frame in the same way as the square hinge setup. Jig disassembly and maintenance. To disassemble, simply reverse the assembly steps. Vacuum any dust or debris from the rails and hinge blocks before storing. Your jig requires no lubrication, and we recommend using only original Trend spare parts. The protective case is designed to store jig sections in sub-assemblies for easy reassembly. With proper care and storage, your jig will deliver precise, professional results for years to come.